So if there's one thing that Escape from Tarkov has taught me, it's that I absolutely love different types of guns. And I love modding them in various different ways.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Well, that's the fact that I need a better source of income before I can start doing it more in real life. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to be going over to Tarkov as a YouTuber there. I'll save that for the Homeless Man and the Rat King. What I got for you today is I got a series of historical weapons that'll fit into your load order perfectly well and fill out your game even better than it did before. Now, there's a lot of historical weapons that I could have added, but I've chosen 13 weapons just to not make this video too fucking long. I'm trying to make them short so that way they're at least digestible. They're in no particular order, probably because I just went with whatever was first on my Pip-Boy here. Alright, we're gonna start off with the Mosin Nagant Snipe Rifle by FX0X01. If there is a better way to say that, let me know. This mod brings in the Russian bolt-action rifle that's been used since 1891 and somehow is still being used in 2277, which honestly wouldn't fucking shock me in real life. But it's got its own animation, it has its own sounds. The only issue is it fires 308 instead of 7.62x54R. But that's just a minor gripe. It's just they didn't want to add in another ammunition type. My voice broke there. You'll find this on Raiders once you reach level 25. Pretty good. I like it. Got weird bayonet options. Up next, we have a fairly recent mod, only coming out on the 7th. But we have the FG42 OSF-E Paratrooper Rifle by Golden Darkness. Zzz. This adds the not quite widely used FG42 into the world of Fallout 4. And it actually fires 8mm Mauser, like it does in real life. It was made for paratroopers. I don't doubt it that at least some collectors and soldiers from the war would have brought some back over to the States and would have kept them. It's astonishing that they still work, though. It's a regular theme of this video. A lot of these are going to be like, how do these things still work? You can slap on your modern optics and Picatinny rails if you really want to, but I chose to not do that. There's an extra file you can download on the mod page, which will allow you to fix the sight issue that you're seeing on screen, where I'm aiming purely with the front sight, not with the back. The author did fix it. I just didn't have enough space to load it in. 255 mods of different weapons. This is fun. All right, coming up next, we have another one, Bosch C93 Pistol. Now, the funny thing about the Bosch C93 is that it was one of the first financially successful semi-automatic pistols in the world, which is crazy, number one. Number two is the fact that it's still here. Promise I'm not going to say that with every gun. It's injected into the level list. It'll be put in whenever a pipe pistol or a 10mm will spawn in. There's custom animations for it, and it's actually pretty cool to run around with. It definitely looks like it would fit in Fallout if it was like... It looks just steampunky enough to fit into Fallout. I know Fallout's atom punk, but at the same time, it definitely looks like something that you would see a raider running around with. Up next, we have the Winchester 1873 lever-action rifle by Oh Dear SKR. Now, I know from the one video I did on rifles, we had the cowboy repeater. It is very similar to this, but that was a Winchester 1892. This is an 1873. Similar but different. It adds the rifle into the game. You can chamber it in 357, 4570, or 44 magnum. It's up to you how you want to use it. You'll see it on Raiders, Gunners. It'll be in vendors. I've seen it in Diamond City on literally everyone. So go ahead and check that one out. It's definitely worth it if you like cowboy guns. Yeehaw it is. Up next we have another one, Browning M1918A2 by Glorious Warrior. Glorious Warrior just makes a ton of really cool weapons, most of them historic. But this adds the Browning automatic rifle from World War II into the world of Fallout. This actually is lore friendly completely, as in the Sierra Madre you could find automatic rifles, which were BARs. So there you go, it was in a game before. But this came out after I made my my rifle video. A little unfortunate, but you know, here it is now. And the cool thing is, while this does have different receiver mods, it only has 2 fire modes, fast and slow. It has a slow fire rate for more accurate shooting, that'll make it do a little bit more damage, and then a fast fire rate, which will do less damage but have a faster fire rate, which is the thing that the BAR-A2 actually had. Cool little history fact. Up next, we have the Ithaca Model 37 Pump Shotgun by Doombased. This is a Vietnam-era shotgun. Fits in perfectly into the world of Fallout if you were looking for more pump-action shotguns to use. This mod requires another mod to work, and that mod I will talk about a little bit later, but it is one of few shotguns which can be slam-fired, and it's a fire mode in the mod menu. Slam firing is where you hold down the trigger and pump the action, and it just fires as soon as you push the action forward. It's a pretty cool system. But you'll see the one that I'm talking about in a little bit. Up next, we have the Fallout London Luger Pistol by Fallout 4 London. Definitely a trophy piece. The P08 Luger was a German officer's pistol around the First World War. It was still in World War II. They still used them for officers, but it was much more rare as it was replaced by the P38 and the PPK. You'll be able to mod it into various different versions of the Luger, including the regular pistol, the Navy, the artillery, and the Luger carbine, with shoulder stocks and longer barrels and snail mags, because people do that. You'll start seeing these after level 15 on gunners and in shops. Go on out there and find them Luger. Coming up next, while the Soviets had their PPSH-41s, the Finnish had the Tsuomi KP31s. This mod by Glorious Warrior, once again, adds the Tsuomi KP31 into the world of Fallout. It's a very interesting gun. The Finns used it against the Russians during the Continuation War, or the Winter War, depending on what you're gonna call it. Pretty cool. If you're looking for one, you can find one behind the Museum of Freedom in Concord. They're on a grave for some reason. Otherwise, you can find them in the Raider leveled lists. It's got plenty of customization, various stick mags, and it's just a very interesting gun. It's weird. It's got a weird charging handle. It's like right above your thumb. It's very odd placement. Up next, we have the original pipe gun. Another one, Sten Mark II by Glorious Warrior yet again. Didn't I say? But he brings in the Sten Mark II into the world of Fallout. This was a 9mm open bolt submachine gun. You can customize it in various ways to be the different versions of the Sten. You can even put on the integrated suppressor, which is pretty cool. Still ugly though. Up next, we have that mod that I mentioned earlier, the Winchester Model 1897 shotgun. The Ithaca Model 37 shotgun requires this, as it copies some of the animations over. This mod by War Daddy brings the trench gun into the world of Fallout 4. A little history factoid for you on this one. This shotgun was protested in the First World War by Germany when American troops brought it over from the States. They protested the shotgun as they felt that it caused unnecessary harm. It's the same reason soldiers don't have serrated blades when they go out, when they're issued a bayonet. But the Americans didn't give a fuck. We were cooler back then, and they just kept using them. There's even rumors that they would shoot grenades out of the air as they flew towards them. But this is integrated into level lists, and you'll be welcomed into hell when you encounter a raider that has this shotgun and explosive slugs attached. Up next, we have the SVT-40 by AsXaz. This is a really old mod coming out in 2017, but it's still pretty good. This adds the Soviet semi-automatic rifle into the world. It has a ton of customization, including various types of tape, just in case you were looking for that. It even comes with 2 legendary variants into the world, with unique designs. Despite this mod's age, it still fits in really well. You'll see it on Raiders, and you'll see it on Gunners. It's a great gun. I love it. Coming up, second to last, we have the Lee Enfield No. 4 Mark I, Britain's Finest, by AsXaz. This is another weapon. You do need this mod for the FAL mod from Wanamingo. You get this after you do a little quest, and you then get asked a bunch of questions about whether or not you want to integrate it into the level lists. My grandfather actually owned one of these, up until recently, where we traded it for a 1903 Springfield, because finding 303 British ammunition in the United States right now is pretty fucking impossible. But I basically always had this mod, because it's just a great bolt-action rifle to use, and it's really cool. They even have a Enfield 2 Electric Boogaloo up in the Museum of Freedom after you do the quests. Last but not least, we got the another one, PPSH-41. You think I could just mention it earlier and not even put it in here? Who the fuck do you think I am? We have the original 7.62 by 25mm submachine gun with a crazy rate of fire and a huge drum mag of 72. You could put the stick mags in there, but why would you go with the drum mag? We all wanted to be Reznov, minus the losing the fingers bit. But yeah, this mod's great. You can find this behind the Museum of Freedom, just like the Sten and the Tsuomi. So go on back there, find it, load up a Soviet army, and go invade Ukraine. Oops. Alright, but that's all I got for you on this video. If you like what you see, click the subscribe button and stay tuned for more of my videos. I am going to be moving in March, so it'll be a little bit annoying for a bit, but I'll be back. Alright. Have a good one. Go away. Be gone. Get out of here. I don't want you here. Shoo. Get out.